Welcome to Take It from the Iron Woman. My name is Susanne Müller, your host and the Iron Woman. This podcast is about empowering yourself and others to make real changes in the world. You will hear from everyday, smart, sophisticated, hip people like you and me. Not everybody has to be an Iron Woman to impress the world. Together, we will learn from the sports and business leaders how you can become a more successful person as an entrepreneur or a leader. It's one step at a time, one day at a time. Take your steps now. Take your big steps now. Join me on this journey to success. Take it from the Iron Woman. We've spoken to Kate before. Let's listen what she has to say.
I feel like the success I've experienced, it has been because I've been disciplined. And I got that from my 17-year competitive swimming career. And I think a lot of the suffering that we experience is because we have undisciplined minds. They're all over the place and they think that it's always this outside external solution to our problems. Really, it is the internal and tapping into that power and really letting that guide the way and disciplining our inner muscles. And it works. I mean, I am the result. All of my clients are the proof in the pudding, so to speak, and have fun with it. It really is fun. And it is going to be uncomfortable at first. I will tell you that. But it's like physical exercise. You resist it at first. You don't want to go. It's way more fun to sit on the couch, but then everyone knows how great you feel after a workout. And that's because your endorphins are going. Well, we have emotional endorphins that kick off too.
And they say actually with swimming, and I want to hear about your swimming career, the body is 85% water. And if you are in the water, you get more oxygen. If we can do workout and preferably swimming, you get much more oxygen and more energy and happiness and all of that good stuff. I didn't perform professionally, but I completed my Ironman. There you also have to swim. And I have to say, the swimming to me now is so therapeutic. And as a coach, I always say, I do not have to talk anymore when I'm swimming. So I crave for a moment where I don't have to be the lead all the time. So swimming actually, I think is the best. Or running by myself without music. I'm listening to whatever is in nature and just like, isn't that good? And sometimes I have a presentation tomorrow. I create my presentation in my head when I'm running. Let's hear from you, professional swimmer.
Well, first I have to say, thank you. You are my hero that you did the Ironman. That's incredible. So when I'm on one of those walks, I call them walking meditations when I turn the music off and I guide myself. I ask myself a question and I invite all of you to do this, but ask yourself, if I take away money, geography, what other people think, what I think I should be doing, what my parents want for me, what my partner wants from me, what do I really want? And when I ask myself that question, the answer, and again, let your heart, let your intuition, let your spirit answer, not your head. And the first thing that comes up, that's it. You don't need to edit. There are no right or wrong answers. But the answer I got was literally everything I say I don't want. And it made me weep because I thought, wow, I'm so plugged into this agenda that I've let society or myself even set for me. That was the exact opposite of what my heart really, or my values, what my values even wanted. I always say, I love lead with your heart, but I always say lead with your values, not your heart. Your heart can sometimes, steer you off. So lead with your values, but text yourself then when that insight comes, or you might just be sitting around your house and you'll get something. I think the journalist in me always hears in sound bites, or as a writer, I'm always like writing the headline, text it to yourself. But to answer your question about swimming, it is extremely therapeutic. And I think that speaks to all exercise. And especially when I did it in a competitive nature, those days in college, I'd go to practice so stressed out about something, as 20-something college students were stressed about something, right? And by the end of practice, I couldn't even tell you what I was stressed out about because it was just that healing, that therapeutic. You let it all out in the pool. Let it all out. And exercise aside, it is so important to have a trusted friend or therapist or coach that you can speak openly about, speaking your truth, because we can actually get sick from keeping it in there. And I think people do fear saying how they really fear or feel, and the fear of disappointing someone, even themselves, getting it out of the body and giving it that space to live and breathe.
And they say if you have it only in your head, that's one thing. But once it comes out, then the emotion also come with it. There is this magic moment when it comes out. And I also think when you write it down, it's different. A lot of people say, yeah, I know my goals. I want to work on X, Y, and Z. I'm like, please write it down. Yeah, I'm fine. Then 3 months later, you meet them again and you're like, what about? I got too busy. Write it down. You have it there. You can revisit it, even if it's on your phone. But I still think if you have it on a nice piece of paper, you can go and see it every single day or whenever you need it.
And you know this as a Columbia coach and the training that we've had, and research indicates that all of the motivation to change, all of the ways that you're actually going to do what you say you want to do. So getting from the what's my goal, to the how am I going to do this? How am I going to see it come to fruition? Most people go from the what to the how. Years ago, I thought that's what coaching was. Okay, Suzanne, I have this goal. Tell me what to do to get there, which is not coaching, first of all, but all the motivation happens in the who and the why. So who do I need to be to achieve this goal? What characteristics do I need to embody? What are my strengths? What are my experiences that can help me get there? And taking that inventory of who you are. And by the way, some people, if you ask them who they are and take away their title of dad, CEO, they have no idea. And that's okay. There's no judgment there because I was there. But so it is getting clear on who you are beneath all the titles and labels and things like that. And then who can support me? I think that goes back to what we were talking about earlier, where people, I can't schedule this time for myself because I have to do it all, or people feel so overwhelmed. So I think the power of delegating, or if really thinking about, I could reach out to this person, or that person can take this load from me. We have more support, I think, than we realize. So just remembering you don't have to go it alone. And the biggest thing for me, and my favorite part of coaching and change and development and achieving our goals, is the why. Why is this important to me? Why now? That's where I see a lot of people get hung up. I have a lot of people reach out to me. I don't know if you do too, because you've written a book. They all want to write. Everyone wants to write a book. I think of so many things I've done. Everyone wants to do it. And I look at them and I think, no, you don't. I look at my career as a model and a TV presenter, and the absurd amount of rejection and ridicule that we endure. And people, when they would tell me they would want to do that, I think, no, you don't. You were devastated for months when you got one rejection letter. People they just see the end result. They don't think about everything that it takes to get there, for example. And so a lot of people, when I do ask them, okay, great, why do you want to write a book? It's money, notoriety. It's all these things that I'm like, if that's like having a child because you want more Instagram likes by posting a picture of a cute kid, you're probably going to hate being a parent. You're going to be a terrible parent. You're in it for the wrong reasons. It's the same with our goals. Why are you even doing this? And a lot of times when people get down to the nitty gritty, they think, oh gosh, I actually don't want that at all. Really spending a lot of time on your why, and your why will also keep you going when things get really, really tough.
I think to go back to the why and the Instagram followers, it's because we are comparing ourselves with others who are already famous. And my question is always, do we really want to be as famous as Oprah? Then you don't have a personal life anymore. I don't know. It's just like, be comfortable with who you are, and everybody has potential and everybody has superpower. So I'm wondering, Kate, what is your superpower?
I think my superpower is that I can feel the feelings of the world. It's my gift and my curse, but I can literally feel your feelings. I can feel the collective feelings of what's going on in the world. So this past year has been very challenging with so much going on, where I have to consciously unplug and unsubscribe from that. But I think it is a gift to, my mentor said to me years ago, your suffering gives you an X-ray lens into the suffering of others. So I think that I have been through a lot of tragedy or trauma or challenging times. It's given me more depth and wisdom. And then I'm just able to really sit with anybody. And while our circumstances could be totally different, you experience a much different loss or tragedy than I did. I really mean it when I say, I feel you. And if I don't understand, my curiosity is a superpower. I genuinely care about your story. And I'm curious about it because I want you to be able to express yourself and have that healing and that well-being. But also I'm just genuinely curious and other people. And I believe everyone has an important story to tell. And often they're just not given the opportunity to tell it without someone else interrupting or projecting or making it about them or diminishing their experience. I feel like that's my gift. And I want that for everybody to have someone who loves them that way and cares for them and respects their story in that way.
We need to use that more. And I remember once when we were in a breakout room, we concluded that you can trust your intuition. A lot of people, again, I think it's the same. People are afraid to trust their intuition. But if you trust the intuition and you know that intuition based on the value in the heart are the right thing to follow, that's the way to go.
Yeah. And also, holding your intuition accountable, maybe testing it out and coming up with some contingency plans, perhaps for your intuition and giving it some time. I think there's that, I talk about my 5 P's of confidence a lot. And one of my bonus P's that isn't one of the 5 is pause and the power of the pause. And I have really learned this to not respond right away, to let yourself think about, okay, I am really triggered right now. I am really affected. And so asking yourself why, and when you're triggered, by the way, it's a value of yours is being compromised or being attacked or being jeopardized. And just taking a moment to know that some things can't be taken back. And it's like, ooh, a lot of people get so upset that someone has betrayed them. And I get that, but I think about how often we betray ourselves. Mm-hmm. And for example, you can't send that email. You will damage that relationship forever. It's like when I say to myself often, you can't have pizza for dinner again tonight. You're not going to be healthy. You need to feel fit and perform at a high level, or at least feel good and comfortable in your body. So I think it's just, yes, the intuition, but also, again, that's a practice. That's a muscle that you need to develop. And it starts with listening and then kind of testing it out.
I like when you talk about the peas and then the pizza is not so good. I think that's funny. There is healthy pizza. If you make it on your own, you add a lot of vegetables, then pizza is healthy for you. Wow.
Yes. Not every night though.
Well, Kate, thank you so much. And I wish you good luck with your book. We want to hear more from you. And let's see what's happening. Trust your intuition. Eat the pizza, eat a healthy pizza.
Thank you, Suzanne.
Thank you so much, Kate, for being with us and sharing all your secrets from your book that will be coming out on April 27. Take it from the Iron Woman. We have episodes for everybody. Take advantage of the many episodes we have shared so far. Don't forget to order Take It From the Iron Woman. It's a book where you can follow my journey from Switzerland to New York to Kilimanjaro. Thank you so much. See you next time. Bye-bye.